Is that on? Oh,
Yeah, it was on you. Huh?
okay. She'll be right out, I think.
Oh, the mic's on.
Is that what?
She has a cold and she's having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. But if I sit over here, I'll be good. Sit by the
No,
dog.
the thing that interested me was
I can sit over here.
this discussion about the euthanasia and euthanizing a horse and then trying to get rid of the body. What do you do with the body? It's a big issue for people who have a lot of horses, and she does. And has to, when she buys a horse down at these sales, she knows eventually she's going to have to put it down.
Anybody that owns a horse,
Anybody that owns a horse,
eventually, it's an inevitable cost.
well, unless you send it to the killers or something.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
unless you send it to the auction,
Yeah.
and then you can get money back. And it's always a balance. I've bought horses at the auction just to euthanize them, because they've been so lame or so sick. It's the right thing
I
to
hope
do.
they can hear you. Speak up. Yep.
But every horse that I buy, like I buy horses that are lame. I have a donkey right now who's not gonna make it. And I take chances on them, and I know, all right, well, worst case scenario, it'll cost me $600 to solve that problem. So for example, this donkey that we got, she's got the feet that are turned up
Oh,
from
yes.
neglect. And we've already put in, I don't know, $500 or $600 worth of care trying to fix her. And then, it's been 2 months and she's not getting any better, so I've kept her medicated every day. And, she's still not getting better, so I think we're gonna have to call it this week. She's really sweet, I feel badly for her, but I don't want her to live like this, so we are gonna end up euthanizing her. And I normally have in my budget, for every animal that comes in, I have like a buffer of $600, cause it used to cost $600 all in. It was $350 because I got a frequent flyer discount with the old guy to euthanize, and it was usually like $200, maybe, yeah, $200 to have the vet out. And I feel like I rescue animals just to kill them, but that's not the case. It's like I'm rescuing these animals that are in such bad shape that if they stayed in the slaughter pipeline, they would die on the trucks. And they put 30 to 40 horses on a Mack truck, the sized stock trailer, and if they're not healthy, they will get trampled and die in the trailer. So I buy horses that are gonna die anyways, and I try to figure out, there's been horses that I bought just to put down, and I figured out, you know what, it's just an abscess, and they'll be fine in 3 weeks. And there's, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but this donkey, I knew I was taking a risk with her. We put some money into her, she's not getting better, we're gonna have to put her down, and I was shocked the other day when I agreed, there was somebody that had one of our horses, and it was a great, I knew he was a troubled horse because he was 15 years old, never been ridden, or was not broke to ride, and when you went to get on him, he was explosive. So I looked at him and I was like, you know, I'm not getting on that one. So I sent him off to a trainer. She sent him right back, said, no, don't ever ride this horse. We had someone who wanted the horse just as a companion. She had him for 2 years, gave him a loving home. I don't know what happened, but one day he just snapped and he ran through the fence, got loose all over Hamilton. And then they couldn't keep him in the stall because he was trying to jump out of the stall. He had an equivalent of a nervous breakdown, which happens with animals every once in a while. So much so that when we called the vet to come euthanize him, we had to have someone, Matt had to go over there because the owner was like, she was not strong enough to hold him. He couldn't be in the stall because he had already crashed down the stall. And this is a horse that, you know, he was not rideable, but he was very friendly and good around children and everything else. But so the vet was nervous to approach him to give him the medication to put him to sleep. So it was a good choice to put him down. And of course, the owner didn't have a pot to piss in. She didn't have enough money to pay all the expenses. So I said, "Oh, no problem. We'll pick it up." She was already devastated. And because she had lost her job during COVID and, you know, it gets complicated. So I said, no problem, we'll pay for it. And then I get the bill for $443 for the vet and $650. It's doubled from what it was pre-COVID to what it is now. So now I put a post out on Facebook saying, if you own a horse, be careful because the cost has doubled. And all the veterinarians in this area are really pissed off. I have a sick donkey today. And I've gotten I've had to make a lot more calls normally to get medications because the vets are all mad at me. But I still stand behind, if you own a horse, it's going to be more. And that ruins my budget because it's going to cost me $1,000 next week. And we run on a budget where if we have money, we rescue more. And I always keep some to the side. But if I get a big check, then I just go rescue. And now I've got to redo all my numbers. We've got a horse that's just getting picked up out of surgery. I was supposed to pick him up this morning, but I was chasing loose horses this morning, so I didn't get him. So I have to go get him tomorrow morning, and that's going to be about $4,000 for his throat surgery. The eye surgery cost us $2,700. I mean, our vet bills are pretty high, but and that's something that we get money and we go rescue stuff, but I always have to have something aside in case of emergencies and vet care and everything else. But now this is going to be, if that's the new going rate to put down, and it's a monopoly too, especially the guy.
Now wait a minute though. Now you were talking about this, putting a horse down with.
And so I put the face out on social media. I got some good, and it was really constructive. Like, what is everybody else paying, and what is the true cost? And are there any alternatives? And people came back and said, we use Epsom salts. We inject Epsom salts, and it kills them instantly, stops their heart, and then you can bury them. And because when you euthanize with the medication, they call it the Fatal Plus stuff. I don't even know what its real name is. You're not supposed to bury them. You're supposed to use a bullet to bury them if you're going to bury them. And so that opened up, and Epsom salts are cheap, so that would open up some.
Can you imagine we're talking about this?
That's what they're doing down in Pennsylvania. There's a couple rescues that have been doing this on, spending all this cash. So I can't give him cash, but he takes a check, and if I take a check, it's $650, $150 more. He says that he takes him someplace in Maine. Where's that place in Maine? Because I'll put him on the trailer and take him up there. That's going to save us $650. If I could find a way to euthanize horses cheaply, I would buy more standbreds from that line, because when you go to the auction, there's a line of usually between 30 and 50 standardbreds that are tied along the back wall, that are all gonna be untied and chased onto a truck and sent to Mexico. And I can pull them out, like I've got that black and white horse, and I can turn them out for the summer, give them a great 6 months. But when it gets to be January, if I could just humanely euthanize them all, that would be a better death than what they're gonna experience. But I can't do that if it's gonna cost me $1,000 a horse, cause I'm gonna have to pay the kill buyer, the kill price, which is usually about $600 to $1,000, and then, any other feeding expenses. It just makes it so much more difficult. So, yeah, so that's my day.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I had a couple things for you.
Okay.
Somebody sent me one, and now I've given one to you, for the one hair that you have.
Wallace. Oh, because I
That one hair, yes.
inherited the chin.
That's one hair.
This will remove it?
So whoever sent me it, I love it, and I want to tell her. This is Animal Episodes from 1986,
Oh.
and it's, I just started pulling back these jobs, and your name is, of course, in here a lot, but you got things like a cow, and 2 donkeys with Rebecca, and 2 Danes with me, Yorkies,
Yeah.
parade.
I
You know?
drove by, remember when you drive down through, on Route 62, right before you get to 128, there used to be a house there on the left-hand side that we would get cats or dogs there all the time? Who was that woman? Maybe she worked for Dad?
Are you here tomorrow? I'll see you
There's a
tomorrow.
light right by the Danvers High School.
Yeah.
And I was like, the only person that would,
I'm still okay with it.
Anybody else? I'm moving my dogs.
and instead of going like, there's,
You're
lucky,
right.
you go up Cherry Hill Street, Danvers High School's here, 128's right here.
Yeah,
And there's a weird road up here. She would live on the first house, and we would get that animal all the time. I don't know what it was, and I don't remember her name.
Was that cat?
I think it might have been cats. That's what.
She had 60 cats.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I drove by there the other day, and I'm like, why have I been down that road before? I'm like, oh, that's right.
But everything's in here. From 1986 on.
Yeah, that would make me have to go back into
New
therapy.
England Serum, remember doing all those commercials?
Yeah.
I used to work for them.
A lot of
All right.
beef,
Um,
rabbits, geese.
Are there any other animal stuff you want to ask me before I go?
Are there what?
Elvis is coming back.
Elvis is
Be
coming back.
with Priscilla?
Just to
Yeah.
keep friendly with the,
Yeah, so just, so they could get introduced. And then we're gonna get her, Matt will lasso her, get her, Brian's gonna get her. 'cause he's probably
the
gonna-
veterinarian that she's arguing with is Brian,
Oh, boy.
who we're going to have to ask to put the horns on this cow.
Yeah, he may still like you, but, he's mad at me.
I think he likes me,
Yeah,
even though I'm getting a bargain out of him compared to other veterinarians.
yeah, you gotta run your numbers. You gotta run your
You
numbers.
do. Well,
Because-
as you're obligated to your donors
Yeah.
to be as thrifty as you can.
Well, that in and of it, but you mean, like, I go through the list all the time, I'm like, I wanna know why is this charge? And sometimes it's like, well, we could have used a different medication, and now he's to the point where he knows I'm gonna look at the bill, so it's not like a bill that I'm just gonna pay. He knows when he goes to my house, he's gonna tell me before he gets there what it's gonna cost, what medications. I wanna know everything, and a lot of times I'm gonna say, well, I know that the Marquis product is cheaper, why aren't we using that? So, and everybody's feeding all the animals now this balancer. What does it do? It has no calories.
What is this?
Everybody's feeding this balancer
Hey,
stuff.
hey,
It has
come
no
on.
calories, but all these donkeys over at Meredith need to get balancer. I'm like,
I never even heard of it.
I've never even heard of that either. It's $40 a bag. And I've always had healthy donkeys, and I've never fed Balancer before. Why all of a sudden do we need to feed Balancer? $40.
I'm not paying $40 a bag for Oval.
You're not feeding, I know, it's a special food that has just come out that's gonna make donkeys healthier. Well,
That's
I
because
didn't
of the
remember-
word, because of the name, Balance.
What?
They've got a good name and they're
It's a
selling
good,
the name.
it's a marketing thing. It's a marketing thing, so, and everybody gets mad at me because I'm like, we are not spending $40 a bag on this stuff to feed the donkeys. They shouldn't even get grain, they just get
That's
hay.
right.
Yeah. So,
Matt has me down on cheaper hay, and they love it.
well, the cheaper hay is good because I had this argument too, we have these two halflingers that they went for a walk today, a long walk.
The ones that were here?
These people know the
a couple
halflingers, they were
days.
here.
Oh, the halflingers that were here, yeah. So the halflingers went to, they got out the other day, and this is my morning. I'm supposed to go up and pick up Mowgli from his throat surgery, but I got a call from Ann Getchell at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's funny because I said, "What's loose?" I didn't say hello. I just said, "What's loose?" And she's like, "It's the halflingers," because every time she calls, something's loose. If she calls that early, or something's gone array. So, anyways, the halflingers not only the other day they got loose because they're in a dirt paddock, and they're in a dirt paddock, and there's grass on the other side, and it's a wood fence. So I said to Mary Ann, and I could call her out on this because I've already called her out twice today. They're going to go right through they're going to be through the fence because that fence is not that strong, but there is an electric. I said, you better check the electric. So she just put them out there and they got loose. They went into the grass field. No big deal. This time, and then she put them back out there, didn't check the fence. Okay, Mary Ann, where's your logic there? They got loose and they went across Hamilton. Like went down Waldingfield Road. They were almost to 1A, trotting like straight down through the world, and ended up in and I was driving around with Ann Getchell. She's in her little pickup truck, and I'm in my little car driving around, getting calls from the police. Like they were seen over here. They were traveling through people's backyards. They actually had to trot across a 100-acre field of green grass, lush green grass, to get to the road to go get hit by a car. They didn't get hit, but they went to the road and then followed the road through Hamilton.
Wow.
And I think it's because they're trying to find their way home. They want to go back to where they lived, before they went to the auction. So and then at one point I had to get into Ann's truck, which was too full of dogs. So I ended up in the back of the truck. And and then I got out for a second, and I'm over the passenger side, and I'm looking at Ann, and she's going, and I'm like, what does that mean? That looks familiar. And I was like, oh, she doesn't have power windows. How old is this truck? And so between the two of us, we didn't have enough halters and lead ropes for it. She only had one lead rope, and I was standing there talking to her. I'm like, oh wait, there's a lead rope that's tied up in your wheel well or something. She's like, oh no, you can't use that. That's holding up my gas tank.
Oh my God.
You can't make this stuff. So then finally, I had a clothesline in my car. So we got the clothesline, got it around and I wrapped it around the same thing we do, that figure 8 thing.
Yeah.
I got one of them, and I figured the other one will stay with him. But the other one would stay with him, but only 100 yards in front of us. So I have this one, the other one takes off and then stands in the middle of the road 100 yards. And then when we get close enough, he turns around and goes another 100 yards. And I'm like, okay, that's not going to work. So we got to Goodhouse Street, and there was a woman and her husband and they had a horse trailer in the driveway. And that they saw the one that was 100 yards ahead, and they came out like, oh my God. And she's like, I have a halter and lead rope in the trailer. And I'm like, good, because we could use one of that for that one. So she took that one. So I got both of them. I got the halters and lead rope. Then I walked all the way. Took me about 45 minutes to get back to the barn. I get to the barn, and all of the morning people are there feeding and doing the chores. And this one woman, she's pregnant. I didn't realize this. She's standing in the donkey paddock that's full of donkeys, scratching her big pregnant belly. And she says to me, "Wow, we were wondering where they went." And I'm like, okay, so when things are missing, that means you get in your car and you go try to find it. You just don't feed the ones that are left. So, yeah, that was my day.
I
Good.
think Larky wants you.
All right, so we now open the mail.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave now because I've got to go. Olaf went hunting at, my morning started because I had to go get Olaf off to go fox hunting down in Connecticut.
Oh,
And he's coming back with Lincoln. So,
who do you ride?
Lincoln, the big black horse.
Your horse.
Yeah, my horse.
He's still around, huh?
Yeah, it's
That's the one Betsy's riding?
everybody's riding him because we only have one sound, quiet, good horse. Everything else is just running freely through Hamilton at this point. No, I'm going to take the halfies now that they had their fitness test today. I think they're ready to go hunting next week. So, yeah, because I was worried if they really got stressed, they would cough. But I saw them galloping today, and there was no cough. There was no signs of illness. I think they're ready.
Hippo and rhino?
Hippo and rhino, although they want to call them different things. It's hippo and rhino. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
All right, goodbye.
See you tomorrow. All right.
All right. I'm just a little
That's,
behind.
that's certainly normal living, though. In my life, if an animal is missing, everything stops and you go find it.
Right.
That's not true. It happens here. Somebody says, "Oh, there's so-and-so is missing." What? Or I pass Sizzle going down the driveway. Oh, really? Ah.
What are you doing, mister? I have to use this board.
All right. Do I have mail?
Stacy said she brought it up.
Oh, that must be this pile.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put some of this down on the floor. I can open mail on top. Don't leave it. Don't want to do that. Ugh.
Put this in it.
All right.
Don't slobber on the board. No.
Don't know who it's from. Oh, okay. Allison Fortis.
Is that F as in flower?
Stop it! $20 for chicken brick. 2 chicken bricks. There you go. 2 chicken bricks. And Lisa Perry Cone for 10 chicken bricks. Okay. Oh. You got those names?
I think so.
Lisa
Well, that's
Perry
not gonna
Cone?
have it.
That doesn't have anything on it. You
Nope.
have it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
And Allison F with F
This
and
is-
flower.
The Utilities Department.
Utility.
This'll be a good one. Okay. Now, this is for the, just a minute. Aha. This is for the house. $1,800 for electricity. You got that? $1,800 for the house.
We better start turning the lights off.
And this is for, let me find there it is. That's the barn, is $1,500. And the guest house is $71. Now, let's show you these
graphs.
These graphs. When you see a graph like this, you assume that this is, oh good, it's going down. No, they have all the graphs backwards. This is the current on this end. That's a very weird way to make a graph. I never saw that before.
No.
And it's been misleading to me for years until I got new glasses and saw, Jesus, this thing is backwards. And I think it still is backwards.
So the
Yeah.
current month is on the left. Huh.
It even says CURR. So at any rate, so much for our lesson on utility bills. You can have that. Oh no, that goes in here. Now, I don't know what that is. And this is Sassy Bell. Mary Hilliker. You can have that one. Dear Carlene and crew, enclose a check for 10 chicken bricks in memory of our dear Chaos, and some cash for the Fun Fund, and poo pickers you might enjoy. In spite of audio problems, I am enjoying the Meet the Dog. It's a Wrap and Trader Talk presentations. I hope you are successful in purchasing good dogs from reputable breeders until we can once again have litters running around the house. There are so many people whose lives would be dramatically changed with a SDP Dane. Happy trails on taxi. Okay? This is 10 chicken bricks, so you don't get that. This goes in the drawer. There we go. And then this goes in the pot. And that goes in the pot. And we have... Sorry, I was on mute. Refusing to go to the gym counts as resistance training.
I do that a lot.
He has all the virtues I dislike and none of the vices I admire. Winston Churchill. Life is not about who's real to your face. It's about who's real behind your back. Boy, that's true. Did you ever notice that the Roman numerals for 40 are XL? That's a good one.
What do you see, Larky?
Old age is when you still have something on the ball, but you're just too tired to bounce it. Those are cute. I like those. Those are fun. Okay. And then we have more utilities. This is a water bill. There, you can have that one. Here we go.
What do you see, Larky?
$759. That is slightly down from where it was last year. There we go. Can't live without it.
Nope.
Headed south to play golf. Not really. Do not bend. National survey representing Massachusetts. Well, they'll have to make it without me. Okay, that's all of that. And then we have the package. You can have those. I hate those things. Here, you got them?
Yep.
Here we go. Here we go. This pears? More pears. Oh, goody. We're up on pears.
Here.
We have some, and this is lovely.
Does it say
People
who it's
will
from?
go through these very quickly. Hmm?
Does it say who it's from?
No, I haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything. That's the nutrition facts. No, I don't see anything on that one. And this one all got covered up with a sticker. This says something about it's been sent from Pittman and Davis in Texas, but it doesn't say who it's from. Well, no, maybe this is one. W.S. Nice Warner. It's a gift from Mr. Nice Warner. Okay.
NEISS?
W.S. Nice Warmer. Put these out on our.
Oh, okay. Out on the counter?
Wow, I think I'll have one for supper.
All right. I can cook that.
Okay, now let's take this one. I keep hoping I know what it is. I know what this one is. I know what this one is. This is from Smuckers. Smuckers Harness Makers. Not the jelly bakers. No,
Is that something you ordered?
I did. I did. I talked to Daniel Smucker himself.
Not for
And
you.
here we have.
Not for you. Good boy. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
good heavens. There we go.
Nice. The next size, and it has the screw thing
It
in
has
it.
a hole for the.
Awesome.
We'll put it on your head.
Put it on his nose.
And we have 2 of them. Well, now we have 3 of them, actually.
2 of the right size.
I think this is medium size. I think this is the size that Elvis already has on his horns. Okay. I can leave that there because Linda would like that size box.
Okay. Leave it. Leave it. Thank you.
Unbelievable. They're $15 each. Isn't that amazing? You can find them in a antique store. They'll be all, etc. I'm looking forward to those pairs. Ah,
You got it.
yeah. This is from, the boss, and all the pups. Davis from Tennessee, maybe? Okay. Oh, look, okay, well that, we don't need that one, we'll put that in there. Miss Carlene, that's me. Oh, that's cute. This is from Leonora Davis, Smithville, Tennessee. I am in love with your dogs, goats, horses, chickens, and, everything at Crazy Acres. 10 chicken bricks to honor my daddy who crossed the Rainbow Bridge. He so loved Service Dog Project. George Davis, love Debbie. And her mom, Lenora Davis, has 2 dogs. 2 dogs.
What was his name?
Oh, God. Whose name?
Her dad.
George Davis. $5 for chicken bricks. Oh my. So that goes in here. And this goes in the chicken brick department. Okay. That's a cute picture. You hold that up while I do something else here. And here we have poo pickers and bags in purple are for Carlene's cart. Thanks to all the love you always give to the animals and the partners and service dogs. Daily doggy every morning, mail call every night. Bright spots on my day. Thanks, Carlene, Linda, Matt, Lynn, and all the folks. God bless. Well, that's very nice. For Linda. Okay, we'll put that. How am I going to get that? That's got to go to Linda.
Do you want me to put it on your desk?
Yeah, it doesn't fit in there. And what have we here? Oh, I see. She's got poo pickers in a little bag. Little purple bag. Well,
For
isn't
your-
that nice?
For your golf cart is what it
For my golf cart. Well, that's very good. And a couple fire starters, Bud.
Oh, good.
They go in the fire department.
Almost that time.
Okay. And some poo pickers. Very nice. Thank you very much. I'll put that back, and then we can get that in my golf cart. Ugh. There you go. Ugh.
Okay, is that it? That was everything.
I don't know.
I don't see anything else. Looks like it. Hopefully you saw that. All right. Questions?
Well, you know, the stuff you're taking for this church thing,
Yes.
you might as well take the stuff that's down at the bottom of the driveway if people haven't taken it by now.
Okay. I can do that on my way out.
And then everybody will think everybody took it, and then there'll be
They'll put more out there.
more out there. Don't eat the chair. He's a good boy.
Sound is on. New helper? Yeah, that's me, Lori. I did turn the sound on and then off again to let you know she was going to be late. Hi, Lori and Bud. Thank you, Lila Mae. Sound is back on again. When will Elvis be arriving?
If you can make any sense out of her life, I would
When
be
she
able to
gets
answer
around to
that.
it.
But if she's not chasing donkeys or horses around Hamilton
Oh my
or
goodness.
Topsfield, maybe she could bring them over. But it gets complicated.
Lone Ivy said, have a good evening, Linda, but she's already gone. Barbara, Janine, I understand. My brother had to hire a contractor to dig a grave for one of his horses. It's sad.
Well, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Wildflower, horses have become so expensive, like Janine was saying, and also just to feed and care.
Yeah.
Murphy, hi all. Good to see all the baseboard holes in the kitchen boarded up, especially since Wilson saw the rat come out and run around. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, who boarded them up?
Where do you think the rat will go to get out from behind the cupboards, or is it trapped?
What do you? And then you're just going to chew through the hole. You apparently
Sam
people
Ken,
aren't familiar with
dang.
rats. I saw the rat come out. It's very nearly the size of Wilson. It's a big rat.
Okay. Healthy.
I thought they'd all gone still outside for the summer. But they come in for the winter. I mean, we could,
Right, it
we
hasn't
could be
been
in for a
that
big
cold.
winter here.
I guess highlights came on. Highlights. I guess it went to highlights when Janine was talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Violet, kisses for Lori. Yep. Marky gave me kisses. Anja wants to know, how is Harley? With whom is she in a pasture? I don't know. Janine's already gone. She's at
Don't know.
Meredith. I think I saw her with Flossie, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Hi, Sam. When is Elvis coming? Who knows? HB. Hi, Carlene. I caught the end of the conversation yesterday about the border collie or golden retriever. Which one is it that you are getting? When will they arrive at the farm?
What? I must have been talking in my sleep. I don't know about a border collie.
Amy said she might be wrong, but SDP isn't getting any different breeds of dogs. Carlene was mentioning different breeds she's worked with. Oh, that might have been with animal
Or could be,
episodes.
yeah.
So, yeah, we just got a Great Dane puppy. Anna said, LOL, halflingers on the loose. Fluffy. Oh my God, too much suffering among all those animals. It's a sad cycle as euthanasia costs go up. More owners send animals to auction to avoid the expense. It's a sad circle.
Yeah, well, that's the auction they're talking about, though. It's the killers.
Yep. Yep. Fluffy, good luck, Janine. Anna, it's official. Janine does not sleep.
What's this?
Anna
Janine
says
doesn't.
Janine does not sleep. No.
Right.
Peg, thanks, Janine. Loved listening. Eye of the Wolf. Hi to you both. For Carlene, have you and Lynn discussed who you will introduce Wilson to play with, since he's so tiny?
No?
Okay. You see at LA, Mom. Boston just hit their second grand slam. Inning 1, 4 runs. Inning 2, 4 runs. Cool. Fluffy. Oh, Carlene, I just noticed you got new pig thing on your floors. It looks nice.
Yes, it does. It's very nice stuff.
Carol says, thank you, Janine. Mail call with Janine, Lori, Jimmy, and Larky. Linda Rice. Nothing was put in the drawer for 2 chicken bricks and 10 chicken bricks. Lisa Perry Cone and another, I believe. You put it in there.
I put them in there. Did I put everything in there?
I thought you did.
Yeah, that's the tenor. And then
Maybe not.
oh, yeah, that's that one.
For these ones, Lisa Perry Cone.
Oh,
and
that's supposed to go on the
Allison
envelope. You're right.
Fordyce. Okay, thank you for catching that.
So you're going to put the name on the envelope and
Yep.
stick them in here. Thank you. Oh.
It's okay to put them on the same one, right? The same envelope?
What?
It's okay for me to write them both
Oh,
on
yeah.
the same envelope, right? Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. All right, we caught that. Pibble Mom, would Jiminy be gentle enough to visit with little Wilson?
No, not yet.
Did Jim go anywhere or do anything today?
I don't know.
I don't know. Indy Dunes. Hi, Carlene and Lori. Thank you for the great discussion with Janine. Rescuing is not easy. I'm so glad Janine has saved so many, and you were able to shelter some of them on their way to new homes. How was your Saturday?
It was wild, but I made it. Yep.
CM,
The guinea hens are doing fine.
they are. They're doing great.
They are doing great. They're
CM,
really happy to be out in a bigger area.
Yes, I saw them rolling around in the dirt and everything. They were having a good time. Sam says the balls have arrived. Kelly, happy day.
Yeah.
Now they need to get next to her. I heard a good plan to have Matt tie her down before. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Fluffy says, aren't those balls too heavy for the Zebu?
No.
No. Nope, not for you, Larky. Lila May, love all the departments at SDP. Be short. Lori, you fit right in. Seems you have found a second home. Yeah. Anja, is the chimney safe for the winter now?
Yep.
Lone Ivy, Lori, thank you for all your hard work and your spirit. Thank you, Gina. Lee Two Dogs, Carlene, in the box there was also a donation from Priscilla Foster in memory of George Davis, who crossed the Rainbow Bridge this date last year. Thanks for the great times we get to share with you and the crew. Lenora. Yep, we saw that donation.
I'm picking up underneath that thing, just to make sure.
I thought I wrote it down in memory of George.
Yes, you asked me for the name again.
Right. That was Mary Hilliker, right?
Hmm?
Was it Mary Hilliker? No, Lenora. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't write down that it was from Priscilla Foster. Okay. So Priscilla Foster made the donation. It's noted on the check, so Linda will find that.
Is that check in there from her?
The check is from Lenora.
Okay, but she says there's a check from Priscilla.
Well, it's a combination of both the chicken bricks and a donation from Priscilla were combined together. So we already put the thing in for the 10 bricks.
I'm worried that there's a second check from Priscilla.
Oh. Can
Signed.
you clarify that, Lenora?
Yeah,
If
that
you're
would be
still
very
there?
nice if you could do that.
Because I think it's...
I know what you're
Okay,
thinking, but I
okay.
want to be sure.
Right. Okay. Team Evie.
I could make all kinds of mistakes.
We all can. Anybody can. False idols. Team Evie. Yeah, Evie is pretty. Welcome to SDB comments from Amber. Fluffy. Hi, Uncle Bud. Does Wilson like you? Is he still in there?
Well, Bud
think
left
they'll-
and the puppy's asleep.
Okay. What does Uncle Bud think of the new pup? I don't know. He left. One new comment below. Larky is more interested in Wilson. Yeah, Larky's a little too big. I think that's it. So, Lee Two Dogs, Lenora, if you're there, if you could let us know if there was supposed to be 2 checks in that envelope. Do you want to send a message to Linda if she's not still here? How do we do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Where's the box?
You want me to make a note on the...
Where's the box? Let's empty the box.
Okay. There's Uncle Bud.
There's Uncle Bud. How do you like that puppy?
Oh, they're nice.
She's tiny.
They're little, yeah.
Are they all that little with it? What is that?
It's little cards, a little bit different size. We've got puppy size poo pickers.
Is this the box from them?
I believe so. Yeah, Lenora Davis.
This is Lenora Davis?
Yep.
Okay, so we checked.
Yeah, I don't see anything else in there. One new comment. Yes, I do make mistakes daily. There's just one check.
Ah, good, okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you see the pears we got?
I didn't look at it, but I saw the box.
Amber, thank
Good more-
you.
They're pears, they're good.
Yeah.
Any other questions? What's for dinner? A
Pears.
pear. Partridge in a pear tree? Have a great weekend, everyone. See you all on Monday.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I don't know
Okay.
whether tomorrow we're supposed to put the pasta maker together.
You and Cindy?
Cindy and I. It depends on what else happens that day.
Okay, that could be fun. I'll have to watch. All right. Thank you, everyone.